So the next speech today with us is the British University in Egypt, presented by Professor James Holmes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for the introduction. My name is James. I am indeed, despite my youthful good looks, a professor. And I'll tell you a little bit about my history a little bit later, but yeah, believe it or not, I am a professor. And I'm obviously here from the British University in Egypt today to have a chat with you. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the university, then I'm going to try and just give you a little bit of useful guidance, I guess, on, it's almost a little bit of careers advice, I guess, on, well, what the colleague from the previous university was talking about soft skills. I'm going to talk about core skills, as I prefer to refer to them as. So, as soon as the technology allows me to move on a slide. So the British University in Egypt, we're about 20 years old. And we were formed because of a relationship between the British government and the Egyptian government. And as a result of that, we are able to award a dual degree. So most of our programs, and I say this carefully, most of our programs allow you to achieve, over the duration of study, a dual degree. Now this is quite unusual. I've spent a lot of my life trying to set up these kind of degrees, and there aren't many institutions globally that actually award 2 degrees for one period of study. So you can achieve a degree from one of our UK partners alongside an Egyptian degree, and they're all fully recognized, fully validated degree programs. Okay, we're a comprehensive university, so I'm not going to list all of the things that we teach, but we teach most things. Okay, there's a few notable exceptions, but we teach most subject areas, and you're welcome to come and speak to us at the booth today and find out more about our portfolio. But whatever it is you're interested in, we probably have something suitable, and if not, we will guide you and help you towards another option in any case, okay? These are our partners, so I've just got to highlight the fact that we have these 3 different partners. So you get a UK degree, you get an Egyptian degree for most of our programs, and the degrees will be awarded by either London South Bank University, Queen Margaret University, or Manchester Metropolitan University. And this depends on which program it is that you study. So, getting into the presentation, our slogan for the university is learning how to think, not what to think. Interestingly enough, the university thought about getting rid of this slogan, but it's actually a really, really good line. It sounds a little bit, I suppose, cheesy, but it's actually what university used to always be about. This idea of going to university and learning how to think. Not just being given information, not just learning facts and figures, but actually being able to work out how to navigate a career, how to navigate your life, and having the tools to do that. There's lots of words that are bandied around, things like criticality, things like reflection, things like agency, and these are the things that universities should teach you. So, as a result, we've retained this slogan, and it's very, very useful. So one of the things to think about, particularly when you're thinking about what you're going to do at university and what you might want to do with your life, is to think about the challenges that are ahead of you. And again, university should be getting you to think about these challenges. There are many challenges. And unfortunately, maybe my generation hasn't done enough to make sure there are less challenges for your generation as they should have. But that's the way it is. There are lots of challenges. We know about many, many conflicts across the world. There are many, many economic challenges that people are facing. There are worries about things like climate change. Whether you believe that's man-made or not, the climate is changing, and you still have to deal with that. As a result of that, there are worries about water, there are worries about food security, all sorts of challenges you have to face. And these are some of the natural ones. Then you've got things like AI. Some of the wonderful innovations that, again, my colleague from Zawel University was talking about, many might see those as challenges. But on the other hand, you have to be able to work out how to take those as opportunities. The truth is, those challenges are there, but you are alive, you are going to have to face them. And you have to try and turn that around, and you have to try and find the opportunity that comes out of those challenges. So again, good universities should be developing programs that will allow you the best prospect to actually be able to get in amongst that and take the opportunities that come from those challenges. So degree programs in things like AI development. If AI is going to come along, you want to be at the front end of that. Things like renewable energy, degree programs in these kind of areas. Even things like nursing. We have worries about further global pandemics. We need nurses, we need people, medical expertise. So there are lots and lots of ways to try and view those challenges as opportunities, and there are lots of good universities trying to develop programs that will allow you to face those as opportunities. And BUE, the British University in Egypt, is one of those institutions as well. So again, I would urge you just to come and have a chat with us and have a look at our portfolio. I put this down. This is my resume. So this is what I did. So I am much older than I look, I really am. I'm nearly 50. These are all the different things I've done. Now, I'm not putting this up to show off. I'm putting this up to show you that your life will not be as straightforward and linear as you think. I was once in your shoes. I kind of drifted into an engineering degree, and I thought, yeah, I'm probably going to be an engineer of some sort for the rest of my life. That didn't come to be. I've done all sorts of stuff. I actually became a professor in applied business, but I did a couple of degrees in engineering, and then went into the steel industry. I worked as a manager of a bike racing team. I've worked as a graphic designer. I've worked in various consultancies, had various academic roles, and various sort of pseudo-academic commercial roles for private organizations as well. So as I said, life isn't as straightforward as you think it's going to be. But the thing that I want to highlight from this as well is that there's a core set of skills that I developed starting at university, and I cultivated throughout my career. And those skills have been the same throughout, and they've been the things that I've applied all along. And as I said, I consider those skills really core. So the idea of developing good communication skills, being able to present in front of big audiences and small audiences, being able to work in teams, being able to lead, being able to negotiate. Those sort of skills are the sort of core skills, or soft skills as some people refer to them as, that I developed very early on and that I've cultivated throughout my career. And those things have pinned together my career. And so, again, I urge you not to disregard those kind of scores, those kind of skills. Okay? And to make sure that you cultivate those kind of important attributes. Yeah? And then hopefully you will also get to do lots of different things. Yeah? I've been lucky to work in lots of different countries. I've been lucky enough to lead many different teams. And I'm very lucky to have had such a privileged career, I guess. But those core skills, as I mentioned, are key to developing that. And that's something that, again, a good university will help you achieve. The student experience is made up of a couple of different elements in reality. We have the academics life, so the technical aspect of your program. And remember, I did a very technical program. I did a PhD, I did a doctorate in engineering. But the skills that I learnt alongside that through my student life, through clubs and societies, those skills I have also carried on through, and I've actually cultivated and utilized those. And I wouldn't go back in time and tell this to my academic lecturers at the time, but I've actually cultivated those skills and used those more usefully than I did any of the stuff I learned in my engineering degree. Okay? So you cannot disregard that. And on that note, I'm actually going to hand over to one of our alumni. Okay, so this is Hossam. He's one of our alumni. He actually works for me now. He's going to tell you a little bit more about his experience about the BUE, the British University in Egypt. And yeah, I hope really enhance what I was saying.
Thanks for introduction, Professor James. So let me introduce myself. My name is Hossam. I'm a recruitment officer at the British University in Egypt. I'm also a pharmacy graduate. So yeah, I'm a pharmacy graduate. Let me talk briefly about the student life in university and also my experience, my real life experience, not just being like a BUEan, but being a student who was involved in those kind of stuff that actually develop your character, develop your personal. So yeah, I had like 5 years in university. I also had academics. I also chemistry and those hard stuff, but also involved in the student activities, which is the extracurricular activities. I mean by that, have you ever heard about the student union? Do you guys know the student union, right? So the student union is where you get to not just manage events, but get to like plan events. You get to work in different stuff other than your academics. There's also clubs and societies, and there's actually different types of clubs. I mean, like there is academics, there is charity, there is also entertainment clubs, and there's sports as well. كلكم عارفين اللي أنا بقوله صح؟ فاهمين؟ Anyways, I was involved from first year in the student union. I was so into sport, so I was head of sports committee. I have organized a lot of events. I have worked on planning a lot of events. But the thing about like being part of the student union is you get more skills to develop, which is the core skills that James talked about. It's about cultivating some attributes, and those skills that I learned from being involved in those kind of activities was the problem solving. And the problem solving دي حاجة أنا ما كنتش أتعلمها في الجامعة as being a student. Problem solving is where you get like you need to solve a lot of problems, where أنت بتقابل حاجات you're responsible of event, you're responsible of managing, ushering, everything. So being a responsible person as a student, it's like mirror like to the real life what you get after being a graduate. دي حاجات مش تتعلموها في الجامعة as a students. دي حاجات you should work on yourself. That's why being involved in those kind of activities بجد بتأهلكوا to the marketplace. دي حاجة لازم تتعلموها. أنا عارف إن كلامي ممكن أنتم مش تبقوا فاهمينه شوية، بس لما تتخرجوا هتفهموه أكتر. هتفهموا إن ال extracurricular activities actually it's required في الشغل. You don't have to يعني we don't there's no interview to apply for university. There's no like a CV. But once you graduate, you're gonna be interviewed. You're gonna be asked about what did you do during your during your academic years. Have you enrolled in any internships? كل دي حاجات بتأهلك. كل دي حاجات لازم تشتغل عليها من دلوقتي. احنا مشهورين بالسوشيال لايف. السوشيال لايف مش just parties. It's much more than that. I would like to talk also about our students, our student ambassadors. So those are our students actually, and they are involved in our activity as a university. And this is actually part of our identity, is to involve our students in those type of stuff. I used to work in Edugate like 4 years ago when I was a student. أنا كنت بحضر ده. I was sharing my own experience in the university to students and to parents. I hope ان انتوا يعني تبقوا involved في activities دي, because I'm a result of this. I'm a result of changing my whole career to something I love, which is like doing that and working as a recruitment officer under our professor. So I would never know that until like I was involved in this kind of stuff. Of course, focus on your academics, but there's a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of stuff that you should also develop. Those stuff, which is problem solving and leadership. Leadership, guys, you need leadership skills. You need that. Presentation skills. You need that. Because the market is highly competitive. I'm being honest. And لازم تبقوا أحسن من الناس التانية. It's never about your GPA. It's not just your GPA. Of course, your GPA is something important and it's highly important, but there's much more that you're gonna be like asked about. I hope ان انتوا تبقوا جاهزين to the marketplace. I hope ان انتوا تختاروا الجامعة الصح. I'm not talking about my university. I'm talking about any university that you're applying to. You should work on those stuff. Good luck. You're welcome.
Thank you, Osam. Okay, so again, learning how to think, not what to think. That's what a good university should teach you and should show you. So again, you're welcome to come and speak to us at our booth. We have a good group of our student ambassadors here today, and I would urge you, whatever you are thinking about doing, go and visit the universities, go and speak with the students, speak with the academics, get a feel for the place. I'm not a believer in hard sell. I'm not just going to tell you BUE is the British University in Egypt is the best place on earth. For some of you it will be, yeah. Some of you maybe not. So you need to come and work that out, and we encourage you to go and visit the universities, to go to workshops, go and see the place and really get into the place. Go to the workshops, go and spend time actually experiencing the programs as much as you can. It's a big chunk of your life. It's a lot of time you're going to spend at university. That's lost opportunity in business terms, because you could be earning money some other way, yeah, instead of spending money. However, it can be a great investment. So just try and make the best decision you can. Like I said, you may not do that thing that you study for the rest of your life. I certainly didn't. You almost certainly won't. But making the best decision you can is important. You're also going to spend a lot of your parents' money, probably. So they will thank you as well for making the best decision that you can. Okay? So that one day you can return the favor. Okay? So thank you for listening. I appreciate your time. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you all again in the future. Good luck. Thank you.